Flyers, Phillies, let's talk about them. Sixers, Eagles, let's talk about them. What the Union doing? Pull up with the crew and have a drink or two and let's talk about them. This a PHI bar. Bruce Willis, we die hard. I know you feel us, cause Philly fans is the best sports fans by far. No cheating here, we gon' keep it fair. You don't like my set, somebody help them. This the key, if we can disagree without disrespecting, everybody welcome. So what we talking about? Practice? What we talking about? Let's unpack this. Top Shelf, Sports Talk, lights, cameras, we active.
Yo. It's your boy, Top Shelf Sports Talk. Back season 2025-26. Got my guy Jason with me, my brother Jason, my guy Smitty. Brian BG Green is the first commenter. Smitty, why your mic muted? Unmute.
My bad. I had to turn my phone on Do Not Disturb for us real quick.
You trying to do it.
You hear me?
What's up, people? What's going on? Y'all ready for the football season?
Sure is.
You hear me, bro?
I can't
Can you hear me? You can't hear me?
Y'all hear?
Yeah, you hear me?
You can hear me?
I can't.
Oh, wow. Yo.
I heard you perfectly fine just a few minutes ago.
You can hear me now?
What in the world? Technical difficulty. Show.
Hello? Can you hear me?
I can hear Jay.
Is y'all like?
I hear you, Mark.
Y'all hear me?
I hear you perfect.
Yeah, I hear both of y'all too.
I can't hear y'all at all. I don't know what's going on with that.
So it's you, because I hear both of y'all.
I'm about to say I hear both of y'all clear as day.
I don't know why.
Me too. I'm the same way. I hear both of y'all clear as day.
I feel like I'm getting jumped right now. Thank goodness you put the Cowboys in the background though, because I feel like I'm being jumped right now though.
No, not at all.
I know.
You just feel that way.
When Jamar seen that trade on Tuesday or Wednesday, whichever day it was, he commented, "I love it," because he knew exactly what he was trying to. He wanted to hear my explanation. I ain't really go off on Facebook. I'm gonna leave what I got to say for when he fixes his technical side. But all I'm gonna tell you is, Jay, I'm not upset. I'm not upset because when you seen that contract, for the way our defense looked, that contract we would have been the Bengals for the next 5 years.
Agree, but at the same time, it's who fault is it? The GM fault.
No, it's Jerry's fault. If Jerry paid him 2 years ago, like most teams do, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Exactly. That's the prime point. But he did that to make a spectacle because he want to, promote the brand. So that's what he care about more before he go. But I don't know what he don't want no Super Bowl. Everybody think he wants Super Bowl before he died, but it don't look like to me. He look like all he care about is the brand.
He making sure his grandkids is good before he dies. Oh, what was that?
Hey, that is true. What's going on with you, Mark?
You hear us, Jamar?
I don't think he hears.
BG said he can hear everybody fine.
It's all on Mark's side. Everybody else cool. I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm about to say I hear y'all clear. And I just got this new mic to stand to use too, so I'm happy y'all can hear me clear. I made sure some good money spent then.
I got a new mic. I ain't set everything up yet. I got to just tell Mark I got to find a space and do everything. I got a full house. I got to find this spot. But look, we back.
We about to say I just heard you real quick, Mark.
Hold on.
I still hear you.
Yeah, we hear you now.
Yeah, you might have to start over. Mar BG said the same thing. You might have to start over.
We got reboot.
Yeah, reboot, and then all of us come back in at the same time.
But yeah,
now
Jerry thinks legacy. There you go.
Now I can hear y'all. I don't know. I had to reload it real quick. What's up with you?
Ain't none. I feel like I'm being jumped. Thank you that you was kind enough as a brother to play the Cowboys in the background so I can feel some type of love and dignity this
Hey,
morning.
listen, that's the only thing that's on right now. That's the only thing that's on right now. That's the only reason why you
So
got
you,
that.
so you saying you didn't do that to make me feel comfortable
Oh,
in your
hell
space?
no. Hell no. Right? Why would I make you feel comfortable? You the enemy right now. Why would I make you feel comfortable?
The weekend ain't over. I ain't the enemy till Monday, technically.
No, you the enemy, period. You're a Cowboys fan. You the enemy, period. You know
I
what I'm
I
thought
saying?
can't argue with that logic. That logic is true. Once you're a
so
Cowboy fan, you definitely that.
But
Yeah.
Jamar, you want me to just cut the small talking? Because I know what the first question you want to ask of the show is. So why don't we just cut the small talk and let me explain myself?
Explain it. Go ahead. Let me know. I'm waiting to hear this.
I know that. I know you was. That's why I said we gonna cut the small talk. Jamar got
I'm
this
all
grin on
ears.
his face. He got on live last night, just hoping I would pop in. So I knew you what this whole the first 5 minutes was gonna be of this show. You wanted to hear how I feel about the trade.
Oh man, Michael being traded was the biggest topic, no matter what.
Yeah, it was. I'm gonna say this right. When I got the news on my phone, I wasn't even a mad feeling. It was a whoa. I stopped. I had to say whoa. But then when I calmed down, I said, let me, before I snap out, see what we got. Because I said, this is Micah Parsons. And I know Jerry, as much as he likes to be an egotistic jerk in the media, I said he's not a dummy when it comes to business. So I said, let me calm down. I seen we got 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark. I was like, Kenny Clark not a bad player. He's been one of the best run stop and D tackles for the last couple seasons. But then when I sat down and thought about it, I said, bro, why would you trade him to Green Bay though, Jerry? I get it. You just wanted this whole situation done. You feel like he took the narrative out of your hands, and we all know Jerry don't like when people take the narrative out of his hands in the media. He controls the media, and that's what it is. But I said, Jerry, Green Bay, we historically, since Brett Favre, have been getting our asses kicked by Green Bay, especially in the playoffs. And you send them to a team we may have to play in the playoffs. And even if we don't play them in the playoffs, we played them in the first quarter of the season, the 4th game of the season to be exact, Jerry. I said, come on, bro. You could have sent him to Tennessee, Jacksonville, one of them teams that's desperate to sell jerseys and need a defensive anchor, and you could have got a haul. Like, don't get me wrong, them 2 first-round picks was good, but he could have got a haul for Micah if he traded him to one of them teams. He could have got 3-4 first-round picks or 2 first-round picks and a second or a third with it and a player still. That's what my only issue with the trade was. Like, why would you trade him to Green Bay? 2 first-round picks is good, but you basically traded him to Green Bay banking on Jordan Love is going to be ass this year or next year, and one of them first-round picks is going to be a decent first-rounder.
So I got a question. You telling me
Oh, go ahead. You want to go first? Let's go. Go ahead. You go first, Mark.
I just got a question. You telling me you on air that you was okay with the trade?
I was I wasn't okay with it. I was okay with it once I seen that contract. Because I said, like I just told Jay, but while you was fixing it, John up, I said 188 million with 133 guaranteed. I said, bro, we already had one of the worst defenses when it came to stopping the run in the history of the NFL. Like I think last year, the year before, we set a historical mark with running backs averaging career rushing yards on us. I said, if we had paid Micah that money, we would have been the Bengals. We would have had one good defensive player, and the rest of the team would have been trash.
Yeah, all the Bengals. What do you mean?
No,
What's different now?
The Bengals are historically bad altogether.
Let me tell you what I feel, right?
I was mad though, Jamar. Don't get it twisted. I'm not coming up here saying I was okay with trading Micah. I was mad, but I calmed down when I said, shit, he got paid some money, and I don't know if that would have been a good idea for us. I was mad though.
First-round picks though ain't going to be high first-round picks.
But they tradable first-round picks if you want to move up.
I mean, listen. Here's my thing, right? You traded
generational player,
a generational talent, and try to say that he can't stop the run.
Yeah, I didn't like that. That was just Jerry trying to manipulate us.
The whole situation he manipulated. He's the agent told Ryan Clark that he never said shove the contract up your ass.
And I listen when that's why yesterday. I'm not yesterday. When was it? Thursday or Friday? I kept posting when all this new media stuff came out, and I was looking at. I'm like, here we go. The Micah slander. Jerry and his PR team and paid social media accounts to start posting a bunch of fake news.
The Micah slander is crazy.
Yeah, like I'm like, come on, Jerry. I get what we all. I said, Jerry, this ain't the '90s no more where you can fool everybody because there's social media, bro. We know what you're doing here. You got people that you paying that got a good reach on social media to push stuff, so that way it could be like, no, we tried Micah and his team. And man, no, Jerry, I say this right as a Cowboy fan. Micah got just as much as a hand in this mess as Jerry did. Because Micah, for one, you paying David. I don't know how to say his last name, so I don't want to say it wrong. But yeah, what, Lil John? What? Micah got a problem. Micah was wrong because he shouldn't have had Jerry. Let's hear me out. He shouldn't have made it to where Jerry felt comfortable making a deal with him without his agent present. Because according to Jerry,
I gotta call bullshit on that.
What's that?
If your manager right now calls you to the office, right?
Right.
The owner of the company tells you to come to my office.
Right.
And let's say you got union representation. You're not calling your union rep first. You're just gonna go see what he's talking about first.
Absolutely.
And then that's what Micah did. That's not his fault. Jerry Jones that come to my office. He tried to be
the reality is everybody know Jerry Jones involved. Everybody know Jerry. You don't make deals with players. You make deals with agents.
That's what my problem was right there.
So for him to think he made a deal with a player makes no sense. Right. Jerry been doing this longer than most everybody else in the NFL, so he knows better than anybody else. So there's no way he can believe that's true.
Not just in NFL. Jerry was an oil salesman before he got in the league, remember? So that's why I tell you, Jerry, when I was a younger, I say probably till I was about 25, 26. I used to fall for Jerry's antics. I had no problem coming up a minute. Jerry used to tell me it was raining and he was really pissing on me when I was younger. I knew. I can admit it now that I'm older. But I don't fall for Jerry's bullshit. But like I said it. Just say it, Smitty, y'all. Hey, BG, go ahead with this BS. He said, just say it, y'all cook. And what, you want me to say it in my Adrian Browner voice? Man,
that is the truth. He ain't lying. Because the reality is, Jerry was making full moves all the way through. All the three players he signed, from CD to Dak and now with Micah, he was making full moves. Because he could have signed all of them earlier and saved a lot of money to make the team better. But he decided not to make a spectacle out of it. Because wanted to promote the brand, but the brand was already the brand. So it's no reason to promote it.
Jerry's always going to promote the brand. If he don't hear the Cowboys enough, he going to throw it. Jamar, I think you watched it when me and BG actually was on BG show when we just did a live. And I said it. One thing about Jerry, he can't go a peaceful summer. We had a peaceful summer. And then all of a sudden, the Micah situation popped up. Everybody in the world was like, oh, shit, Jerry did something good. He got George Pickens. And it was too quiet for him after that. And then here we go with this Micah shit. Jerry going to throw the brand in your face, whether it's good or bad. He going to have a way to throw it.
Yeah, but that ultimately hurts, like, you as a fan. Like, because he's worried about marketing more than he's worried about winning. While teams is sneakily getting better around him, and it's going to hurt y'all, because Dak is what? Dak only got a couple more years left.
Yeah, Dak like 31, 32 now.
See, he gonna want to roll. He gonna see that it is a spectacle over there.
Listen, the quarterback everybody shit on is our quarterback who said the same thing all the time. What's the main thing is the main thing. And Jerry forgot about the main thing. The main thing to him is the brand. The main thing everybody else is winning. So which one you want to do? You can do both, but Jerry don't want to do both.
Listen, man, I've already came to my conclusion that the better days for the Cowboys will be when Stephen Jones is in charge. Because Stephen, at least I give him, he knows his lane. He knows his lane is not to be doing this, that, and the third. He knows I can stay on one subject. And I know, Jamar, you could be like, no, Stephen ain't telling his daddy. Listen, if Jerry was our dad, we'd be doing the same thing Stephen doing. He trying to make sure his grandkids is good after his dad goes.
He ain't going to go against dad like that, put him out the organization. So he ain't going to go against him. But like I said, somebody post, long live Jerry Jones. I hope that man live another 100 years, man.
No. He's alive, listen.
He's alive. Any Eagle fan that's watching is good.
You ain't never lied about that.
Because he ain't got no clue.
I don't think Stephen agree with nothing he say, but Like you said, I think he protecting his legacy. That's all he's doing.
No,
Yes.
BG, he's not gonna hire a GM. He's not gonna hire a GM at all because he's too. He's
asking is Steven. He's asking is Steven gonna hire a GM or is he gonna be like his dad?
No, he's gonna want to run it until somebody proves that he can't run it. He's gonna want to run it. He's gonna want to do everything. Yeah, he's gonna want to do what his dad do.
I don't know about that.
I say like how you said it. Like he's gonna want to run the organization because that's what his dad did. Now I don't think he's gonna try to run into the hole. I think he might be a little bit more sensible than his dad at this point. But you know what I mean. I don't think he's gonna try to hire a GM.
I don't know about that. I think times changed. See, back when Jerry had it, it was different. Like he didn't have no competition.
Nope.
It didn't matter. Now times changed. Steven gonna have competition. But at the same time, Steven gonna want to protect the legacy. So you don't know. It's iffy with that. You don't know how he's gonna handle.
I got more faith in Steven and the daughter. I forgot her name, but she runs like the other stuff, like basically the finance. I have more faith in them too because I personally feel like they have kids that's growing up in this generation. Like Steven and their daughter, Jerry's daughter, have kids that's in their 20s and 30s. So they know what's going on because of how old their kids are, the age range for their kids. So they know, hold up, man. The way my dad did business, that was in the 90s and the 80s, and that's how he was able to control the narrative. We have social media now, i.e. Michael Parsons. There's no more the owner and the GMs in these leagues, NBA, NFL, baseball can control the narrative because all a player got to do is do what we doing right now, jump on somebody's podcast and talk, and then the whole narrative spins through the whole media.
Oh yeah, social media made it different totally.
It's big. Social media play a big part in what goes on in these contracts, these athletes, and all that, and even with the owners and the GMs because they scroll too and they watch the stuff and they see what's going on. And not to mention, like I said, I don't think that Jerry. I mean, he might try to run it for a year or two. I don't know the daughter. Like I'm not too familiar with the organization, but I think he might try to put his imprint on it because he's like an assistant GM right now with Jerry Jones.
He's everything assistant to his dad. Steven.
You talking about son? Yeah.
He's assistant.
It's clear cut. He's already next in line. That's clear cut.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he's going to step up and try to run it for a GM and be a GM for at least a year. I give him a year and he's going to try it until if they don't make playoffs, then I could see him saying like, all right, maybe this ain't for me. Maybe I'm scouting right or picking right. Maybe I need to give it up to somebody else. I think he might be a little bit more sensible than Jerry. Linda B, what's up?
You're better than me.
He listens to no one. He damn sure don't listen to nobody, and I love it. As long as Jerry is,
as an Eagle fan, yes, we love it.
I love it. Yeah, because like I said, at the end of the day, like I got a guy at my job who's a Cowboys fan, and we always arguing about Jerry because Jerry says some crazy nonsense in the media. But I always tell him like I give him his props.
Why you let BG? I don't mean to cut you off, Jamar, but why you let BG know we was going live today, man? Why, man? All he about to do is spend the whole show trolling me. He ain't even gonna pay attention to the questions you asking.
Shout out to BG when we talk about podcasts, man. Follow that.
Man.
You
know.
But yeah,
Eagles fans do the Cowboys fans. Cowboys fans do the Eagles fans. You gotta respect it.
What you gonna do with the jersey? You got a Michael Parsons jersey?
Yeah, I got it. This is the Dez jersey. I'm going and cop him. I'm not getting no Dak. I have yet to buy Dak. I got Emmett. I got a Troy. I got a CD.
That's crazy.
I'm not getting
That's
that.
crazy. That's crazy. Your franchise quarterback you refuse to get for like the last 6 years.
Quarterback because of his pay.
No, but no. He got paid because he was a franchise quarterback. For years before he got paid.
We had a conversation Jamar had weighed into, me and BG, one of the guys in the commenter, right? He says that Joe Burrows is an elite because he says Joe Burrows hasn't won a Super Bowl or MVP, right? I disagree, and a bunch of other people disagree. Dak Prescott, to me, can't be a franchise quarterback. He got 2 playoff wins in a decade. And each playoff one was either in the first round or their first playoff game.
But Smitty, that's your whole organization, though. That ain't
But,
that.
No, I'm not disputing that. I never said Troy was not Troy. Troy's a Hall of Fame. Tony was a franchise quarterback.
BG
I love
called
it.
BG said that Joe Burrows was not elite. That's exactly what he said. And he said it's
I
because
have a comment on the Joe Burrow thing. Like, and I saw y'all talking about it. I do not, for the life of me, understand how you can rank Joe Burrow above like a Jalen Hurts, right?
he's a better
Stat-wise,
quarterback than Jalen
So
Hurts.
no. I'm an Eagles and Jalen Hurts fan. I understand it, but I don't agree with it. It's two different things.
Let me finish this real
Jalen
quick.
Hurts. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Stats-wise, all right, I see stats. But when you come down to playing football, you play team football. You don't play for individual stats.
Absolutely.
Everybody know that's true.
What his team is accomplishing. And it kills me that people like Cam Newton and all them say, but look at the players they got around.
Cam
All right, hold on. Mark, let me chime in, Mark, for a second, because I'm Eagles die hard. I love Jalen for what he do for our team. He's perfect, and exactly what you said. But at the same time, if you do a blind test of what a quarterback should be, you're definitely, especially. Well, I ain't going to say modern times, just it's because he's more of a pocket passer than Jalen is, but that's what you want. You want him to do everything he does is perfect as a quarterback. He doesn't make many mistakes that make you be like, oh man, I don't want him. And Jalen is good too.
My thing with Jalen is if this makes sense, Jalen is a top 5 to 10 football player, but he's not a top 5 quarterback. If that makes sense of what I'm saying to you.
That does make sense. That does make sense.
Give me a five.
What, quarterbacks?
Yeah.
Obviously, number 1 is Patrick Mahomes. That I don't really think I need to go into that. Yeah, it's number 2 is Lamar Jackson. Number 3 is Joe Burrows. Number 4 is Josh Allen. And number 5, believe it or not, I probably would say just if we going off just the quarterback talent, I probably would put what's his name? Matt Stafford right there. Just off these last couple seasons. Matt Stafford's still balling these last couple seasons.
See,
I know what you want me to say, Jared Goff.
No, see, I got a problem with Matt Stafford because everybody know Matt Stafford at his rope. So to put him in the top 5 we had at the end of his rope is kind of,
that's my point. That he's older. I don't think he's in the class of these quarterbacks that you just named. So I can go with Josh.
I ain't gonna say that part, but he had that in his rope.
Hear me out. I'm not saying he's garbage. I'm not saying that. I'm saying right now when you got Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, these are like the younger quarterbacks. Still got some years left. Matt Stafford's got 2-3 years left. Maybe this might be his last year because he got a bad back.
I don't know. We got 3 years because he might not make it through this year.
But he's still balling.
I wouldn't put him at 5. I wouldn't put him at 5. I wouldn't put Jared.
But Matthew Stafford, most best tribute was his toughness. But how tough can you be when you're that old and get hit?
Yeah.
I see my thing. If you're not, because I don't personally think Jared Goff's top 5. I think he's about top 7, top 8.
Jared Goff is top. I give him top 12 status, but I don't know about that because he kind of iffy. It's everything I'll be perfect for Jared Goff. If it's not perfect, Jared Goff, it's over with him.
That's why I can't put him 5. So I ain't using his resume, BG. I'm using what he's done the last year or 2.
So you saying that Jalen Hurts is not in the top 5?
Top 5 quarterbacks. The top 5 quarterbacks. Yeah. Top 5 quarterbacks, no, but he's definitely a top 5 to 10 football player. Like that,
well, it's depending on what your criteria is. If you go by statistics, no, I can agree because I know the truth. He's not up there with people throwing 5,000 yards. Joe never did it. But if you go about winning and just getting stuff done, it's a different story.
That's why I said
so how do you want to gauge it?
That's why I said he's a top 5 football player because he gets the fucking job.
Hold on. Answer the question then.
The goal of a quarterback is to put your team in the best position to win. Absolutely.
All right.
Joe Burrows puts his team in position to win. He doesn't. You can't show. That's why that disrespecting Jalen Hurts. I said he's a top 5 to 10 football player.
He's not lying. Joe Burrow don't never put his team. Joe Burrow, the Bengals' problem was never Joe Burrow. It's always their defense. So I can't sit there and say Joe Burrow's the reason they losing
Right. That's
Hold
my
on,
thing.
hold on. Wait. Let's forget the top four. You said Pat Mahomes, you said Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow.
B. Yep.
Yeah.
The number 5 quarterback you're telling me is either Matthew Stafford or Jared Goff.
No. Oh, I didn't say Jared Goff was number
Who
5.
said that?
I said Jared Goff. I can't put him in my top 5 because I think he's a system based quarterback. He needs everything to work around. I said I could put him in my 7, but top 7, maybe 8, but not 5.
Matthew Stafford. If it ain't Matthew Stafford, who else would it be?
I would probably then after Matt. To me, on my list after Matt, I put Jalen. I put Jalen then Dak.
Here's the problem. Jason even just said that Stafford has to have a perfect situation.
No, Stafford didn't.
No, I said Goff.
Yeah,
I said Stafford is older, but this is what I say because everybody.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Here's my point about all of that. All what y'all saying, right? The man on 2 different occasions outplayed the best quarterback in the game.
That's true. Can't nobody argue with that.
And the fact that you say, I understand what your point is, but you say that he's not. He's a top 10 football player, but he plays the quarterback position. Why can't he be the top 5 quarterback?
I was just
talking about Jalen.
Yes.
You talking about Jalen?
Yes.
All right, hold on. This is my point on it. See, like he said, he got Goff at 7 because he need everything to be perfect for him to be accomplished. But that's what makes me put Jalen at 5 at least because Jalen, since his career, never had the same offensive coordinator, so never it was perfect for him. But he always figured it out in some way or form better than Goff or anybody else y'all putting ahead of him. So it don't make sense putting Goff ahead of Jalen when he does more with less than Goff did.
Absolutely. But I also had to see Jalen when he didn't have what he had last season and going into this season. Well, I won't even include this year because this year don't start till Thursday, so we ain't gonna really know what he got. But it's just going off last year, y'all Super Bowl win, right? I seen Jalen when he didn't have that type of good team, albeit Jalen did what he was supposed to do with that team, and with that team, he overexceeded. But I seen Jalen when he didn't have that type of team not look his best.
When?
But everybody say that, but look about when before he got
the year before
Smitty.
Y'all went to the first
before he got AJ Brown. When he had I forget what's his name when Aguilar and everybody he was throwing touchdowns until they were dropping it. And they went on the news. The guy went viral for it because he was talking about people was dropping passes out there. Receivers was horrible. Now you got new receivers. You get criticized for it. Which one is it?
Who I named? Who I named before? He's
talking about
the only person I named before Jalen was Stafford. I didn't name nobody else. I said I put Jalen. Go ahead.
This is my problem with Stafford. He had
Stafford and Goff. That's it.
No, I didn't put Goff. I put Goff after Dak. I say I give Dak. I think Dak is more talented than Goff.
But you had Stafford, who was in Detroit. He had to get traded to the Rams with a super team around him for him to win a Super Bowl.
I mean, we can argue the Eagles might have been the best team since that team, though.
Everybody said that, but nobody thought that before the season. Nobody thought that before the season. Everybody thought defense was going to be horrible, and they thought offense was going to be better than what it was. But it turned out different. Our defense was phenomenal, and the offense was better than we thought.
Hold up, Jamal. I want to answer before you finish. BG, I didn't say nothing about Jaden Daniels being better than what you call. I don't know if you see that comment. I didn't say Jaden Daniels was better than Jalen. I'm never going to give a rookie just having one good year better than a guy I've seen be good for 3 to 5 years.
Everybody's saying that though. That's what I feel the same.
Talent-wise,
one season means nothing.
Talent-wise, Jaden Daniels looked like Washington hit the jackpot, but I got to see him this year now that there's a whole season of tape out on him.
Yes, it did. I see everything he did last year was phenomenal. I seen that. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, but
like you said,
I never said Jaden was above Jalen though, BG. I ain't say that.
CJ Stroud did the same thing. You gotta do it again. You gotta keep doing it. Everybody got a 1 year wonder.
Hold on, I'm still stuck on the.
Now I know what you stuck on, Jamal, because that's why I wanted you to show that because I'm like, He said I naming the people, and I'm like, I ain't named Jaden. I said my top was Patrick Mahomes. I think everybody universally got that number one. Number two, I put Lamar. Number 3, Joe. Number 4, Josh. And then number 5, I put Matt. Number 6, I got Jalen. 7, I got Dak, and 8, I got Jared Goff. 9 and 10 kind of fluctuate for me. My 5?
Yeah, who you 5?
Oh, my 5, Patty Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. Just so everybody can hear me. Patty Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrows, Josh Allen, Matt Stafford.
Oh, wow. You got Burrow before Allen?
Absolutely. I think Burrows is better. Burrows is more, he's better at throwing the ball than Allen, and he can complete passes. Allen, since we speaking of that, since I just want to answer before Jamarco, we've seen Buffalo lose games because of Josh Allen and his turnovers and him making silly ass passes. We can't really point to how many games we've seen Bengals lose because of Burrows. We didn't see Joe Burrows go down the field, get the Bengals the lead or tie, and the defense give it right up. Like, there we go. The Bengals.
We've seen a lot of Burrow lose games last year when he threw interceptions.
But we saw he brought. Now, at the beginning, I said, what, week 1, 2, 3, I think it was. Yeah, because they got a terrible September record. They have like one of the worst.
They never went early in the season. Never.
That's why they ass was playing all preseason. But go ahead, Jamal. I just wanted to make sure I put my 5 out there, so can't nobody say I said people were, because BG want to troll me today. I'm getting jumped, so I'm in here defending myself right now. I'm getting jumped.
Keep trolling, because that 5th spot is still mine. I can't get with the 5th spot, man, because at the end of the day, like I said, he's done. No disrespect to the top 3, top 2. You know what I mean?
Right. Patty and Lamar. Now, Lamar need to win. I say
Josh Allen and Lamar. Josh Allen and Lamar hasn't done
all the ones y'all put ahead of Stafford and what's the name? Our quarterback, is because they didn't win. They look better, but they didn't win. Stafford, I give him props because he did win. So I can't really argue too much about him being ahead of our quarterback, but at the same time, he got there once and won. We got there twice. And it looked like we might get there a 3rd time. So I don't know.
Hey, hold on. He won a Super Bowl with a team that was built to win a Super Bowl.
All right.
Every team I won a Super Bowl built to win a Super Bowl. That's not an excuse. I don't want to hear that.
Okay, well, then if that's the case, then we can go back, since I'm a Cowboy fan. We gonna say Troy isn't that, because Troy won 3 Super Bowls with 3 teams that was built to win a Super Bowl.
Exactly. Every Super Bowl that won Super Bowl is every team that won Super Bowl is built to win a Super Bowl. Ain't no team that won Super Bowl wasn't built to win it.
Hear me out.
All right, go ahead. You got to explain that.
Yes, that one here.
He was in Detroit for how many years?
But what's his name? Barry
Detroit sucked, though. Detroit sucked. Everybody knew that. Detroit wasn't, until recently, Detroit wasn't an organization or team built to win. They had Barry Sanders. They had Megatron. Two people that was the best at their position at the time they played. And what did they do with it? They wasted it.
But that's the point I am making. So now that you put him on a different squad that is set up to win, yeah, he's going to show off his talent and win. Jared Goff took that same team to the Super Bowl. He lost it because not because of him, because of coaching.
Mark, I think you holding the organization against a quarterback instead of the quarterback against the organization. It was an organization thing with Detroit, not a quarterback thing.
Hold up, Jay. Let my man explain, because I'm listening to him. I need to hear this.
The point I'm making is that I'm not holding the organization against Matthew Stafford. I'm not. But you're sitting here telling me right now, like maybe back when Pat Mahomes or when who was the quarterback back when Tom Brady and all them, that class of quarterbacks was in the league, then if you want to rank him, that this class of quarterbacks, I don't put him top 5 because he's on the last leg of his career right now. I don't put him top 5. I'm sitting, and that's my argument. I'm not taking away from his skill as a quarterback. He's definitely got skill. But this part of his career is on the last leg of his career. I can't put him top 5 quarterback in the league.
Well, I can say I agree with that, but
I agree with your base. I agree with your basis, because you're saying it's hard for you to put a top 5, because even though, let me say this, I'm not basing Matt Stafford top 5 off his career. I'm basing Matt Stafford top 5 off what he did last year and what he's done the year before, because he has looked good. Like, he's been a top 5. That's why I said, and I started off, I said, if you understand what I'm saying, Jalen Hurts is a top 5 to 10 football player, because as a football player, he could do it all, and he's like, and he could get it, and he wins. But as a quarterback, just based off a single position,
right
they
there.
put that. No, it's not.
Right
Because
there.
AR
Same thing.
that's wrong.
Yes, it is.
Aaron Rodgers the last 2 years. Last year he was hurt. The year before, it wasn't last year he was hurt. The year before he was hurt, and last year he looked terrible. So I can't put AR in the top 5 based off my thesis, because the last 2 years he's been ass. And if you want to be technical, his last year in Green Bay wasn't one of his best seasons either.
See, it's all about perception.
We can argue Aaron Rodgers might not even be top 12 no more.
Aaron Rodgers is done. He's cooked. I ain't trying to hear about Aaron Rodgers. But this is the thing about perception. It kills me. They got Woods in Chicago. Everybody's saying now he was the greatest thing since sliced bread before he got drafted. They suck. Now he got Brian Johnson, and everybody like, oh yeah, he's gonna be great again. So, but they had Jalen Hurts. Every year Jalen Hurts been in the league, he has a different offensive. He adapted every year, but nobody gives him credit for that. Everybody else they praise and give him all signs of like, yeah, they did this with a new coordinator because they couldn't do it the last. But when Jalen do it, he had one bad year with all the offensive coordinators he had. Ever since then, he's always been good. He's never had a bad year except for that 1 year. The downfall when they started off 10-1 when he was an MVP. He was an MVP candidate.
You talking about the year Trayvon Diggs broke the was it Trayvon Diggs came through there with them 7 interceptions? You talking about that year?
Listen, come on, cut it out, man. You try to
the same Trayvon Diggs who's not guaranteed the starting spot now. They about him.
Trayvon Diggs, look, he better put his big boy pants on, because he wanted that 100
yeah, now, but yeah, he ain't guaranteed to start no more. They're looking good when he got them receptions. At first, when they see he was iffy, then
look, he's a gambler. Right? He's like his owner, a gambler.
You know what they did last year in the Super Bowl? You know what the Chiefs did in the Super Bowl? Said I'm gonna stop the run, I'm gonna stop Saquon and make
it didn't work. No, I give Jalen his
I'm making Jalen Hurts beat me.
No, and Jamal, after that Super Bowl, because I talked to you. I told you, I said Jalen Hurts, the first Super Bowl, he outperformed Patrick Mahomes. I said Patrick Mahomes just looked so good that first Super Bowl where he beat y'all. He just looked good. It's just Jalen Hurts looked even better. It's just Jalen Hurts' team cost him that game. I don't really.
He looked good. They just piped him up because they said he was hurt, and they was having that shot in the second half. Made it seem like he wasn't hurt, so that's what made it seem like he was so good. But he didn't really play that good. I didn't say he wasn't hurt, but he didn't look good. He didn't play a great game.
Now, this past Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts. That's why I don't listen. One thing about football is not basketball. Football, I don't care what people say. As it takes 11 people on each side of the ball to win a game.
Definitely.
Barry said, well, our generation, we seen Barry say this new generation, Todd Gurley was supposed to be that. But we seen Todd Gurley his rookie year look great. Second year when he ain't had no offensive lineman look like a bust. Football, all 11 men got to do their job. And it takes now the quarterback, if you have 10 other guys that's doing their job, if you come out there and do your job perfect and then some, you're gonna look good. Jalen Hurts did that. He utilized what he had and he did more with it, actually, because people thought Jalen Hurts was just gonna do what good because what he had. No, he utilized what he had and did more with it. But he's been doing that since college. Other than that one game, and with Alabama benched him, he's been doing that since college. But even in college, he was never really looked at as the best quarterback. He was looked at as one of the best football players.
Here's the thing.
But see,
hold on. You know what people are doing? They're trying to judge him off that collapse of not the last year, but the year before. They're judging him. A lot of people, because if you look at it, the year before that, when we went to the Super Bowl, everybody was saying Jalen Hurts is the next thing coming up, the next best quarterback.
Oh yeah,
Now
he performed.
They had that epic collapse in that the year before last, and now all of a sudden he's just I don't know about him. I don't know if he could do it. I don't know if he got what it takes. So it was that. Remember, it was the Pittsburgh game. Was it the Pittsburgh game? Yeah, it was the Pittsburgh game when him and AJ Brown was supposed to be beefing, right?
Oh yeah.
They go out there, he torched Pittsburgh. And y'all people would say, well, Pittsburgh ain't, Pittsburgh had like, I think the defense they had a good defense. I don't know what they was ranked, but they had a good defense.
Oh, they was doing good. They was on a streak right there. They was winning. We crushed their streak that year.
And then here's the thing too. Then you go to the Super Bowl and they say, all right, we putting a stop on Saquon Barkley. We're gonna make Jalen Hurts beat us because we don't think he can do it. And he go out there and do it. And my question is, even he go out there and he proves himself every time. Out of the last 4 years, he's got the highest winning percentage of games in the league, right? So every time he does this, he's still not considered one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He's a good football player, but he's not a top 5 quarterback. I don't understand it. Nobody's making any sense.
Yeah, it's easy.
It's because he's
it's all perspective. It's all perspective.
Yeah, but
see, it's all about what you know. It's what you value most. See, some people value stats more than they value the wins. So which one you value more? Do you want the stats to make it look good, or do you care if you win?
The wins is what counts.
Everybody say that, but everybody says that. But then, like we say right now, when you put up the top 5 and all that, nobody values that. Everybody like, yeah, I want the wins, but when they put up top 5, they all look at the stats. So it's everybody say that, but is that what they really want?
See, it depends on the argument you have and people and the person that you have an argument with. And see, people would say because these are right now why Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, all those guys are ahead of Jalen Hurts is because of the stats.
Nah, you can look at the eye test and say Lamar. I said it. Lamar got to win. Don't take it like I'm just saying.
It's physical gifts. You can look at each other and see the physical gifts of each quarterback. Be like, yo, he got it compared to him. He's a little bit more, but that's what I'm saying. If you're looking at physical gifts and stats, or you're looking at wins, which one you care about more?
That's what I'm saying, right? You see how the conversation gets swayed depending on who you're talking to when you're comparing these quarterbacks. Now, I'm not taking like physically with their ability. I'm not taking away nothing from them. They damn sure good quarterbacks. They great quarterbacks. But when you look at wins, like Jalen did it on a higher level than they had. Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson hasn't reached where Jalen Hurts been twice.
No, sir.
So, like, I get the stats if you're going to say, oh, they threw for 4,000 yards.
He just ain't win the game because, like you said, he went against a team that was built to win the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
As you said. But Joe Burrow's, and it wasn't like this. I got to look back at the final score. I can't remember, but it wasn't like they got punished by the Rams.
No, I think it was a close game.
That's what I'm saying.
But more, like you said, but when you look at it, because like last year, Josh Allen won the MVP. But if you look at the stats, Jamar should have won it.
They lost.
His stats was crazy. He had like 40-something touchdowns, like under 5 interceptions, a rushing yard, everything. It was a crazy year. There's no way he shouldn't have lost MVP. But he lost it off perception because everybody thought Josh Allen did more or less. Like I said, it's all about perception.
That's what I'm saying. See, that's what I'm saying. Like it depends on the person that you're having the conversation with. Like everybody wants to sway it to make it make sense for them and how they view it. But when you come down to it and you look at the quarterbacks, right? The Lamar Jacksons, the Josh Allens, even though Joe Burrow been there and he beat Patrick Mahomes to get there. You still got
his whole career based on that one win. That's crazy.
But he been to the AFC game twice though.
The point of it is that Jalen Hurts has won on a higher level. So if the game, like for instance, the MVP award, it's biased.
I can agree with that. Right? I can agree.
Everybody know that. Like I just said that. I said Lamar should have won last year. There's no way Josh won.
No, see, here's the thing. Lamar shouldn't even have won it.
What?
Who should have won it? I'll stand up for you.
Oh yeah, Saquon.
Okay.
Yeah, I give you that.
I give you this, but that wasn't a runaway like you making it seem like. It wasn't a grand runaway like, oh, Saquon overtook Lamar. It wasn't close. The year Lamar had was crazy.
I'm about to say because you can't. Because Jamar, hold up, Jamar. You can say that because You can say that, but Derrick Henry also had a case because didn't he run for over 2,000 last year?
It could have been.
No, he didn't. He didn't run 2,000 last year.
He got 18, right?
1,900.
Yeah.
So it could have been between either two of them. Because here's what I'm saying about Saquon. Saquon did more to get his team in position to win than like Lamar Jackson, right? Because that's Lamar Jackson's norm. No. Hear my point. That's Lamar Jackson's norm. He's done it for the last 2 or 3 years. And without Lamar Jackson on that team, don't get it wrong, that team is not good. They're not going to go far. I understand that. But Saquon was a game changer for the Eagles, especially when they started giving him the ball. Had a chance to set the record. You know what I mean? Had a chance to set the record.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So why he ain't getting it?
No, I said it. Saquon.
But that's not Saquon's fault. You know, the LL pivot. So they don't give it to running backs, nobody else. It's basically a quarterback award.
Adrian Peterson was the last running back to win it when he did that too. When he was 9 yards short of the record.
It used to be automatic. If a running back gets 2,000 yards, he got it. But the way they pivoted from that, so he had no chance no matter what.
Right. But I'm gonna say this, but then you can knock that off of Jalen because that takes Jalen from being in the top 5. He had Saquon Barkley, who as soon as he leaves New York and comes to a real team, rushes for 2,000 and was 90 yards short of breaking the record.
See, that's I can't agree with that because when he was in New York, even though he was good, he wasn't that. So he came to a better team and became better. But at the same time, when Elway had Davis, nobody said, "Oh, Elway's ass now because he got Davis." It was
I'm not saying Jalen's ass. I'm just saying you could take away from Jalen on whether he should be in the top 5 because he had Saquon, who technically,
but nobody take away from Elway when he had Davis.
Hold on. Why you? Here's the why. Because he went to Super Bowl with Miles Sanders.
He did, and they didn't win though.
Yeah, but it's not because of Miles Sanders or Jalen. Well, Jalen fumbled that one fumble.
I was about to bring that up, but you caught yourself.
But the real call was that phantom holding call because we would have won that Super Bowl against James Bradbury.
That I can't call that fact because even Bradbury say he did hold him. So that's not phantom. It's just not usually called.
I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna say this, right? As a Cowboy fan, I was happy they called it. But as a football fan, I'm like, you might not have called it. But I'll say this. If that was CeeDee Lamb on that play, I'd have been screaming at the top of my lungs, why the F the ref ain't called that play? So I got to say they were supposed to call that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so you can't say because Saquon Barkley, but Saquon Barkley did elevate the dynamic of the team. Like, he did make the team.
See, one thing with everybody saying Saquon Barkley is that even before he got there, every running back we had was going over 1,000 yards.
Yeah, they weren't going over 2,000. They weren't going over 2,000 though.
But that shows you if you marry talent with you already have, what happens. We get 1,000 yards from people that can't get 1,000 yards nowhere else. And then when we put somebody that was getting 1,000 yards, he got 2.
That's why I said it goes back to I don't care what no fan says. Football is an 11-man sport. 11 man on each side of the ball sport. Yeah, everybody has to do their job. Saquon, we all seen the talent in New York, but he didn't get to really show what he was for real until he got to y'all. Why? Because he finally had an offensive line that made it easy for him to hit the hole without having to break 2 tackles before he get back to the line of scrimmage.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's how you know that award is biased, because at the end of the day, what he done for that team, for our team, to me, deserves a MVP.
No, award. Absolutely. He was the best player on y'all team, and y'all happen to be the best team in the league. He should have won it. I forgot who it was that said it to me. I feel like Josh, it might have been somebody I'm in a text group with. I feel like they felt like Josh Allen was already picked to win MVP after his bye week. Like, they wanted him to win MVP. Like, the NFL wanted to push him to get MVP.
I can believe that. So,
I can't agree with a lot of that stuff. Because, like, I know Saquon had the best year. I can say he had the best year on the team. But just because he had the best year, I don't mean he was the best player. Like,
I feel he was the best player last year.
Had an amazing year. Dwayne Johnson had an amazing year. I think a lot of people, you want to laugh at me. Yes, he had the best year, but I don't think he was the best player of the team. I really don't. Because, especially with the running back position, without a lot of people doing their job, you can't succeed.
No, so I understand that it is a team sport, and he was able to shine because everybody did their job, but he did it at a higher level. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yes, I mean, we all know.
Oh, he definitely did it. He did it at excellent level. I can't argue with that at all.
We all know that you need those pieces to be able to be great. Because
Absolutely.
every you know, what the Nick Sirianni put in the ring, you're only as great as your teammate or your you know what I mean.
No.
So you need that to work. But my point is that when you talk about the top players in the league, the Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, or the who is it? Joe Burrow. Every MVP is a quarterback. It's, and to me, they do.
But it's a quarterback award now. That's the way they make it.
Yeah, but he should have, like, that's what I'm saying. That's why the award is biased, because it should have been a guy like Saquon or even Derrick Henry, somebody who actually did something different for their team. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. And like you, Josh, Brian said, BG said, Josh Allen got the MVP. I think Embiid won that MVP that year. He should have got it the year before.
What he said is correct. Just like Josh Allen should got the year before, and Lamar should got this year. And the same thing with Embiid and Jokic. they flip flop.
Okay, true. All right, I got you. I see what you're putting down, BG. But like I said, at the end of the day, man, it's a lot to talk about when it comes to these positions and rankings and all that. Because again, it depends on who you arguing with. How to
Personal preference.
Yeah, because everybody will start saying stats, and then you start, but you say, well, ain't the goal of it all is to win the Super Bowl or win, period? And people will say, well, yeah, and then be like, well, this guy's won more than this guy. No, but he threw like 40, 20 touchdowns and had 4,000 yards. Like, oh, okay, we're going back to stats again. So it depends on what you're talking about. Me personally, I look at the wins. I go by wins and losses, because that's what you're going to get judged by anyway. You're going to get judged by whether you win or whether you lose. Going forward, like Lamar Jackson right now, he'll go there. He'll be a first ballot MVP, right? But it's like he'll be like a Charles Barkley, one of the greatest to ever do it, but never won a championship.
I can't give him yet. I can't give him this early, but his career path looked like that.
My bad. I was sharing this. Who y'all was talking about?
Lamar Jackson. If he never wins a Super Bowl, he'll go down like the Charles Barkley of his.
He'll go down maybe like Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson, yeah.
Baltimore City, Baltimore gonna love him. He's gonna be one of theirs, basically from Baltimore, even though he's not from Baltimore. But they're gonna love him like he is from Baltimore. But I'm gonna say this about Lamar to answer that: if he does not never win a Super Bowl, but he got 2 MVPs, he's definitely gonna go down as the biggest what if in football history, because it's gonna be.
I think he might get another MVP. I think he's gonna get another one,
and that's gonna put even more pressure on him. That if he does not win a Super Bowl, he'll be the biggest what if, and how come? That's what he's gonna
do. Because of Marino right there with him. You gotta think about Dan Marino. Dan Marino right there with him too.
Yeah, I'm about to say, but he's gonna top Dan Marino, because if he wins another MVP, that's 3 MVPs. He's been to an AFC Championship, but never seen a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and I think he's more talented than Dan Marino.
Yeah, because he's more versatile.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question. If Jalen Hurts win a Super Bowl this year, what? All right, it's going to be hard to really answer the question, because you don't know what everybody else is going to do. But let's just say that the normal top 4 quarterbacks you got,
right,
or top 5. Jalen Hurts wins a back-to-back Super Bowl. Where do you rank him now?
You got to.
He's supposed to top 2. He's supposed to top 2.
He's supposed to be top 2 or 3. It'd just be him and Mahomes and maybe Lamar, but he might have to go ahead of Lamar.
Yo,
there's no way you can put anybody ahead of him. If he win a back-to-back Super Bowl, been to 3, 1, 2. The only person close to him is Mahomes, so you can't put nobody else ahead of him. There's no way possible.
Right. But all right. So using your same argument, right? He's been to 2 Super Bowls, 1-1. The people that y'all got top.
Because right now, if we go off of just talent and what we've seen as a quarterback, I can't. But if he goes to 3 Super Bowls and wins 2 of them, I mean, I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry, Josh. I'm sorry, Lamar. Lamar, we can tell talent-wise you better, but that talent ain't converting into wins after a while. After a while, you got to start saying that talent got to convert into some wins.
Exactly. It don't matter. You got to win.
Because at the end of the day, So go ahead.
Guy won 2 straight MVPs. Guy won 2 straight MVPs of the league, but don't crack the Super Bowl. You got to start looking and saying, well, this other guys that's making Super Bowls and winning Super Bowls. Like,
that's why I'm saying. That's why, and that's what my whole thing with BG would
agree with you, Mark.
Because I'm like, all right, Lamar's won 2 MVPs, but he hasn't cracked the Super Bowl. I've seen Joe Burrows crack the Super Bowl against the guy we universally say is the best player. I've seen Joe Burrows also go to another AFC championship. Even if he did not win it, I've seen him crack it and then just barely by the skin of his teeth lose. So it's like, I definitely agree with that point. Lamar, at some point, it's going to be like, hey, baby, I love the individual awards, but is a team award going to happen soon?
So this
it boiled down to the Raiders, man. What is he? The owner of the Raiders said, just win, baby.
Yeah,
that's all it's about. Just win.
And that's what Jalen Hurts done, but he's still not considered top five in the league as a quarterback.
Not yet.
Not yet.
That's
but
if
y'all go back to back this year and win it, I mean, shit, he's definitely top 5. We got to talk about top 3 there after the while.
Ain't nobody gonna be able to argue it.
It shouldn't take back to back.
It shouldn't. But listen, what nobody said it should be Jordan winning, and man, he did to be who he is. You do what you do to become who you want to become, and that's what it is.
No, but see, the point I'm making is that the year before, because the first year they got AJ, Jalen Hurts was balling out. They was talking about he might, surpass Tom Brady or whatever. That's some of the rare, crazy comments that was out.
Talking about 22?
Yes. No, not 22 is when they went to the Super Bowl, right? Yeah, 22, yeah, 22. And then what happened is in 23, 24, no, 23, they win, they go 10-1. But he's dinking and dunking. He's not airing the ball out. He's winning.
No, he's MVP candidate that year until they collapsed. That's when they collapsed after that. But before that, he was MVP candidate.
Right, and then he collapsed. So every analyst right now is judging Jalen Hurts based off of that. Because when you went into last year when they
y'all start like 10-1 or something.
Yeah. But when you go into last year, even when they got Saquon Barkley, every analyst was like, that still ain't enough to win. We don't know about Jalen Hurts. We don't know about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts ain't proven. Jalen Hurts ain't a good quarterback. Jalen Hurts ain't this. It's like
no. I got cross argument for you.
Hold on, last year he went to the Super Bowl. He was in a Super Bowl last year. Barely lost it. But he was in the Super Bowl, and now all of a sudden he's not. He just fell off a cliff, and he's not considered a top tier or top 5 quarterback. I don't get the argument.
See, it's just like with Josh Allen in Buffalo. Everybody thought Josh Allen stank because he kept throwing interceptions. He looked horrible. I thought he stank personally. I was like, he's never.
Josh Allen's always going to throw interceptions. He's like another Brett Favre.
Yes. Yeah. But then they got the wide receiver from what's the name?
Stephon Diggs.
And then Stephon Diggs. Then he looked great.
Last year. Yeah,
No, they didn't have him. They looked great. He learned how to not throw him in the so when they got rid of him, everybody thought he was gonna fall down like they thought Jalen was, but he didn't. He took a step up. That's the only problem they were for them. If he do it this year, that's what's gonna give him his credit. Because he's gonna have to. If we get to a back-to-back Super Bowl, he has to take a step up. Because last year it was his best year. Even though he did what you need to do to win, which makes sense, he wasn't out there outshining everybody else. So for them to win this year, he's going to have to step up because they're going to lean on the pass more than run this year. Because everybody's going to try to stop that.
Stop that, Smitty. You keep talking about step up. I don't. Like he's.
I ain't saying step up. It's more like be consistent because he's done it already. It's spots. He just got to do it on an everyday level.
This could be my favorite butt. That's my favorite butt. He says be more consistent.
I like Jalen. I think Jalen, if he win it again, he's top 2 to 3. But I mean, right now I got him top 6.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I can't get on that.
I'm impartial. I'm an Eagles fan. I love him. But it's been games where you look at Jalen like, what are you doing? So don't act like it ain't no quarterback never played perfect game all the time.
No, Jay,
Jalen has his moments.
I didn't say that he played perfect games every time. I didn't say that at all. But he's in the games that I've watched him play, he's played enough. He's played enough good football to be in the consideration of top 5 quarterback in the league.
Oh, I'm not arguing with that. And majority of times when we have bad games, it's not his fault. Majority of the time. There's a lot of games we could have won if people like before we got AJ and all that. When we was throwing the ball where people were dropping passes, we would have won games where we lost because it wasn't his fault, but everybody blames him.
But it's not even about him having bad games because Pat Mahomes have bad games. Josh Allen,
every quarterback does.
It's not about having bad games. It's about the fact that he's proven time and time again that he can play the game and he's that type of quarterback that can win. Because all he's done is going out there and win games, whether they were sloppy games or dink and dunk games or whatever game. He's won games.
Oh, Mark, you arguing with the wrong person because I don't disagree with you.
No. It's not that I'm not. You kind of do disagree because you're still saying he's outside of top 5 unless he wins a Super Bowl.
No, you never heard me say that. I've been the whole show saying he's top 5.
Did you just?
So you ain't never heard me say he's out of the top 5.
Did you?
I just say he has things he could be better at. It's no perfect quarterback.
That's every quarterback. We're not talking about that. But did you not say that you can understand why Matt Stafford would be 5th and Jalen Hurts could be 6th?
No, I didn't. I said I was the one that said I think Matt Stafford's on his last leg, so I don't know why he's 5th. Smitty agreed with me. He'll tell you that. I said that for the rep.
Yeah, he said that when he had agreed that he was like, I don't know if Matt Stafford be in my top 5. That's when I asked, so are you putting?
Where do you get that from? I don't know what you're talking about. I never said that.
I said that's why when BG put the Jaden McDaniels comment, I said I never said Jaden Daniels in my top 5. I said Jaden Daniels. I might go off my last season. I'll say, hey, matter of fact, let me give you the 10. So it's right here. Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrows, Josh Allen, Matthew Stafford, Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, Jared Goff, Jalen Daniels, and Justin Herbert. No, it's not Justin Herbert, CJ Stroud, then Justin Herbert. I got Herbert at 11.
Hold on. Give me your 6 through 10 again.
I think Goff and Dak is the same player. They both need everything to be perfect around them.
My 6 through 10 was Jalen Hurts, 6, 7 Dak Prescott, 8 Jared Goff, 9 who was that 9? Jalen McDaniels or Jalen Daniels from Washington. 10 was CJ Stroud and 11 was Justin Herbert. I think
you got a Cowboy bias with Goff because I think Dak and Goff is interchangeable. They same player.
That's what they really are because I think that me personally, when I seen Dak look like an MVP, he had a great ass team around him. Jared Goff. Now, don't get it wrong. I just said I'm one of the guys that said it takes 11 people on each side of the ball to do their job. But I've also seen when we needed Dak to step up and be that guy to say, "Show me why you're elite." He hasn't done it.
Yeah, he hasn't done it at all.
That's why I say Jalen Hurts is better than Dak because when y'all needed him to say, "Jalen, we need you to get this done for us in this game," he got it done for y'all. And he outperformed the guy that we feel is the best. All three of us feels the best quarterback in the league.
Yep. Can't argue with none of that. And Mari, you was wrong. You told me I said that I didn't say.
Now, if you tell me you put Goff above Dak, I won't be mad at that. I won't because I feel the same way about Goff. I think Dak is a little more versatile with his game, even though when Dak, ever since that ankle or foot injury, he doesn't run with the ball that much no more because when Dak actually uses his legs, he doesn't take sacks. He doesn't make bad decisions throwing the ball because he takes off. But ever since that injury, I don't know if he got PTSD or something, but he doesn't run the ball like that no more.
Listen, let me ask you a question about Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels. Is it because he caught the league on fire? I mean, off guard with going to the NFC Championship. Is that why we consider him one of the top?
No, I can look at you. Can look at Jaden and say he's.
I watched some games and seen him make some throws. I was like, "Whoa, that boy is nice."
I hate to admit it.
Yes.
The Cowboys Commanders, but
Like in our division, like you said, in our division, you don't want to create that, but you see it, you can't deny it. You look at that boy like, ooh, that's nice. I see him make some throws. You like, oh my god.
But let me ask you this: do you think that he was able to make throws like that because nobody game planned against him?
No, I think he was able to make throws like that because he actually has the arm talent, but he also has Terry McLaurin, who could be at anywhere. It depending on how you rank him. I got him as anywhere from 5 to 7 receiver. Then he also had a decent offensive line. He had a dual running back.
No, the offensive line sucks.
Now I said decent. I ain't say great. He had a decent offensive line. He had an offensive line that did their job enough for where he can make his right reads.
I think he is basically talent. The way those he made, is a lot of quarterbacks came in the league and don't make those he made.
Yeah, no.
People coming in his face ready to kill him, and he still was making dimes out there. Some people just ain't got the guts to do that, and he did it, and the talent to do it.
And
like that's why everybody put him up there because it's not ordinary what he did. I watched it see.
You know the problem I have with that is like that's the same thing CJ Stroud did. Y'all said that
CJ Stroud went and won a playoff game again the following year. Last year, actually. We said the following year, but last year.
CJ Stroud sucked last year because his wide receivers was decimated. If they didn't get hurt, he would have been way better. You seen the guy, what's his name? He tore his whole leg up when he came back. It was amazing. And he still caught the touchdown.
They couldn't protect him. That's why he looked like that. That's my point. So what I'm saying to you is in the year one of CJ Stroud, nobody knew or expected what he was going to do. He went out there and he had a hell of a year, went to the playoffs.
He beat Justin Herbert. He beat the guy. I put him up. Matter of fact, I might change my list around. I'll put CJ Stroud above Jalen Daniels. Now, because you just made a point that made me think. I'll put CJ Stroud above Jalen Daniels strictly off the fact his second year in the league. I seen him come in there and just beat a guy who people like me and other people have said, no, we think Justin Herbert might be the next elite guy. He's yet to show us stuff. But he beat that guy.
It's hard that you
everybody was Justin Herbert tangibles, but he ain't done nothing yet.
Nothing. And that's my man.
It's just hard to put a quarterback up there when you haven't really seen the second year.
No, I agree with you. That's why I said I can't put him in the top 5. And when you look at him, you like, shit, that might be the next top 5 or 3 to 5.
There's people that had him in top 5.
Who?
There's people that had him in top 5.
But the NFL is a prisoner of the moment thing. That's why everybody's a prisoner of the moment. So they put him up there because last year he was so good. But like you said, I don't do it because you got to do more than 1 year in the NFL. Because like you said, everybody start game planning. Nobody expected nothing from you last year. Now the game plan against you. Let's see what you can do now.
See, that's the point I'm making. A prisoner of the moment, right? That's how you get to say that somebody like Josh Allen or not. Again, I'm talking about winning percentage. Don't kill me about
I know where you're going with it. I knew where you was going with it.
That's how y'all can say that they are over Jalen Hurts because it's the moment. It's not really when it comes down to the ultimate goal of winning. Those guys are not over him because they haven't done it.
No, they haven't. That's why I just said when I said about Lamar, I said if Lamar goes out there and kills that shit this year, he goes out there and kills it and wins a 3rd MVP, but does not even get a Super Bowl appearance. We're going to have to start talking about him the way the fans try to get on me and you about our man AI. We're going to have to start talking about him the way the people get on Dan Marino when people from y'all generation bring up Dan. We're going to start saying, bro.
Whoa.
Who's your generation? Not my generation. It's not my generation.
Jamar, ain't you 50? 50,
Damn, no shots. He said your generation.
Oh man.
Like, nah, I'm just joking with you. But no, we're gonna have to start talking about him like that because it comes down to a point where it was like with Dak his first couple years, his first season. We was like, oh shit, effing Dallas might have found him a quarterback. Second year, when Zeke was going through that whole shit, Dak did not look like Dak at all. Third year, we started the season off. Dak still didn't look like Dak until we made that trade for Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
So we're going to start talking about Lamar like that. Like, I love Lamar. Talent-wise, you see I got him ranked as my second best quarterback. But if you win a 3rd MVP, but don't even have a Super Bowl appearance to go with that MVP, it starts to come down to, hey, bro, what's up, man? I don't want to keep hearing about the team because you got one of the best, if not, some people argue the best running back in football. You have one of the best offensive lines. You have a decent defense. And now they just added, what's his name, Jair Alexander at cornerback. So it's not like y'all don't have a defense. You can argue,
No.
all right, you could argue, they don't put none of the top 5 receivers in the league around, but you could argue that. But with Lamar's skill set, can you really put a top 3 to 5 receiver like a CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, AJ Brown, or Terry McLaurin type receiver in an offense with Lamar? Can you really do that? So it's like they giving you top 10 to 15 receivers. So it's like at some point, Lamar, you gonna have
gotta
to
get lucky.
Yeah.
Lucky at draft them. Baltimore right now is, if not considered a top team, they're number 2 right now in talent wise. Everybody think they're loaded, and which they are. So if he don't win this year, there's no excuse. Like, how much better of a team you need?
Right.
Like, what are you going to do?
Like, what, you want your team to trade 5 first-round picks for Justin Jefferson or something? Is that what it's going to take? And if that's what it takes, then we're going to have to start looking at Lamar like, hold up, but you really like that, bro? The team just had to mortgage their future for you to get the best receiver in the football just for you to win, because you got arguably the best running back. It depends on your taste. I think Saquon is, but I won't be mad if someone tell me Derrick Henry is. And it's like, you got a great offensive line. You got one of the best defenses. It's like you got one of the top 3 tight ends in the league, and Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
See, that's the argument right in itself. Everybody say Jalen got a super team, but Lamar got a super team. So
he got a super team that fits his style of football.
So if you can have all you want, but it don't matter. It don't mean you're gonna win. Jalen makes it work. Other guys don't.
That's why I said Jalen to me is a top 5 and no less. I don't care who you what 10 football players.
Now you say he's top 5.
No, I said he's a top 5 to 10 football player. Player.
You think about it. Look, Manny had Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harris, Marshall Faulk, Dallas Clark. Nobody said, "Oh, he got a super team." It was Peyton Manning.
And he still ain't get it done. That's how we gonna start looking at Lamar.
Yeah, exactly. He still didn't get it done. But Jalen get it done. Because he got the super team. Which one is it?
No, that's why I always tell people, I say I don't really judge super teams in football. Basketball, yes, you can tell me a super team. And football, no. It's 22 men on the team that start. It's 11 on each side of the ball, and all 11 have to do their job. Yes, you want to see a quarterback do his job and then some, because that's what makes him elite. Is he able to do his job and then some to make it look real, to make it all come together? And that's why I give Jalen on the Super Bowl. And I can't. We don't see him do that 17 games a year, but when it's the big game, we see Jalen do it. So Jalen, to me, is the best clutch quarterback in the league. I don't care what nobody say. That I would definitely say. But it takes more to be just clutch than to say you the best quarterback in the league.
You know what I've been hearing over the last 5 minutes of us going back and forth about Jalen Hurts? Both of y'all, not necessarily Jason, but, Smitty, you kind of admitting to putting Jalen Hurts in that top 5. You just don't want to do it.
No.
No. Quarterback, not football player.
I knew where you were going. Quarterback, Jalen Hurts can crack the top 5, but I got it. But what I could say about Stafford, even after he lost that super team that was built to win a Super Bowl that year, I still seen him come and do work. He had the little back injury, then the next season he came back and did work. The other 4, we just went down. We don't got to keep talking about Lamar. Patty doesn't need no explanation. You just say his name. Josh Allen. And I personally, if Jalen could come out this season and do it during the regular season, I have no problem putting Jalen above Josh Allen. I tell you that straight up. Because Josh Allen is careless with the football. His completion ratio is never that great. He has the talent, the arm strength, the big body. He could scramble when needed to. But he's that gunslinger mentality. It hurts the team a lot more than it helps the team.
I'm kind of sick that I keep seeing this damn star in the background of my TV. God.
Now that's a good thing, man, because I'm in here getting jumped, bro, and I need something. Even though Jerry ain't helping it, it's like Jerry keeps saying, "Yeah, that's right, I got you, Smitty." Then throwing gasoline at the fire pit so the fire can keep raising with the dumb stuff he's doing. But
nobody understands what Jerry doing.
What's your prediction for your Cowboys, Smitty? Let's hear it.
Me and BG talked about it, but when we did that on his episode, that was before the Micah trade. I don't know if you checked it out, but that was before the Micah trade, Jamar. So my whole thing is changed now. I said at first, I think we'll split with y'all. I said, I think we'll surprise y'all the first game of the season and beat y'all, upset y'all. But then I said, Yeah, I think we'll beat y'all Super Bowl hangover, baby. But
That's
now
their
that
best
Mike,
shot. I can't argue with that. That was their best shot the first game.
that
was their best shot the first game.
like I still think we could beat y'all, but I don't think we'll come in. I don't think we win in the NFC East this year. I don't. At Dak Prescott, he got to show me that he's elite. This is the time because now the same shit that Joe Burrow's been getting attention to, Dak Prescott got to do that now. What Joe Burrow's been having to do to carry the Bengals, Dak Prescott got to do. We just lost our best defensive player. Trayvon Diggs, we don't know if he's going to bounce back from that knee injury because last year he looked terrible. So it's like Deron Bland, he's coming off a foot injury. So it's like now the ball in your hand, Dak. You got a top 3 receiver, a top 15 receiver, a top 5 tight end. We're going to see how that offensive line and the running back works.
Top 5?
Jake Ferguson, who?
That's kind of high.
That's kind of high. Jake Ferguson, top 5?
No.
Oh, that's kind of high. I think he's a good tight end. I don't know if he's 5.
Kittle, Kelsey, Andrews. What's my man name?
Goddard. And
what's the Chicago Loveland? They just drafted the guy Loveland. He's nice. Chicago.
I just drafted him.
But anyways, while you looking it up, Jamar, listen, Dak Prescott still has, we'll say, in the top 7 to 8 tight end in the NFL. So he still got it. He got some offensive. He gonna have to give me 5,000 yards if he want to prove something. He gonna have
weapons.
He got to give.
You think the offensive line gonna hold up? You think your offensive line gonna hold up?
That's the big question.
So you telling me that Dak Prescott got to prove himself against Jalen Carter?
And they ain't got no running game.
Yeah, he got to prove himself. I listen. I don't control who comes in the league to play football and how great they are. It ain't my fault. Dak Prescott said he grew up wanting to be a quarterback in the NFL, and now he's a quarterback in the NFL. Jalen Carter grew up wanting to be one of the best defensive linemen in the NFL, and now he's one of the best young defensive linemen in the NFL. That's the tables that turned. Jerry didn't draft Jalen Carter. The Eagles did, so Dak has to play him twice a year. Oh, yeah, he's better than Jake.
Sam Laporta, too. Yeah. Detroit.
But back to my point about Dak. Yes, Dak got to prove himself. You get $60 million a year. It's time to prove yourself, bro.
High-paid quarterback.
But what I'm saying to you is you really think that you think that we will have a Super Bowl hangover and lose
for the game, for the first game, not the season, but the first game.
I know.
This whole Micah thing. Listen, I think it's only one or two things going to happen. This Micah thing's going to either motivate the team to say, F that, we got to come out and shock these guys, or B, man, F this shit and go out there and get their ass whooped. There's only two of them things that's going to happen. One or two.
I think it's the latter.
I agree wholeheartedly with that. That's the only outcome. They going to bond together or they going to collapse.
They're going to collapse because it was disrespectful all the way around. But what I'm saying,
it was disrespectful. Jerry got disrespectful because his ego got checked. Jerry what Micah Parsons and his agent did to Jerry they told Jerry, welcome to the 2020s, buddy. The internet run the same way you have in the 90s and the early 2000s. You was able to control the media. Them days is over, buddy. Now we can control the media because I don't have to run to ESPN or Fox 5 or ABC to get some attention like you could pay them off.
Straight on social media.
I could just jump on my phone and go live, or I could say, or if my agent cool with somebody that do a podcast, be like, hey, bro, we're going to get you this interview real quick. We need you to interview him. And I could just go on a mic and talk shit. Welcome to 2025, Jerry Jones.
Here's the biggest things for me. Y'all drafted a guy, what's his name, Booker? He's the Jalen Carter stopper.
I mean, he was
my God.
Okay, let me explain. See, Jerry, you did this to me, Jerry. You did this to me. I got 17 weeks to get in front of a microphone. Let me explain. Hold up. Explain this. Hold up. That's time. Let's rewind and reflect on that situation. All right?
Oh, I don't want to start on this.
He was drafted because he was supposed to have been a lottery pick, but he fell to number 11 to us. Okay. He is actually
that's still lottery.
That's still lottery technically, because if you were number 11, we'll still say that you could have possibly won in the top 10. But what you call it? He's a great offensive lineman. He better than Tyler Guyton was last year. Yeah, this is my thing, and I just had an argument with somebody. Tyler Guyton, people saying, so he was a bust. Y'all drafted him first round. Offensive linemen are like running backs when you draft them in NFL. You know from the right off the rip whether they're going to be good or not in the league, because offensive linemen usually hit the ground running. So you know whether you got a stud or, oh man, this guy might be a career bounce around her. We gonna find out. We gonna find out. That's all I'm gonna say. Thursday, we gonna find out.
Yeah.
Jalen Carter might not.
Oh,
Jalen Carter might
oh.
go through that sophomore, junior year slump.
I got something to say about this. This topic personally, the lineman y'all drafted, that they said he was a good offensive lineman in college. The crazy thing is, the bad games he had was against Jalen Carter. The 2 bad games he had in college was against Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter crushed him. So for them to say he was Jalen Carter, stop, it made no sense.
This all I'm gonna say, man. This all I'm gonna say in this convo. Dallas Cowboys, we coming for it. I don't know how good we're gonna be, but at the end of the day, guess what? We got 4 first-round picks over the next 2 years. So either way, for the fans' sake, if we go out there and be cheeks this year, we got 2 first-rounders. We got our pack and Green Bay's pick. If we come out there and be good, we still got 2 first-rounders. Our
lower picks. But we already lower picks already. We still good.
Y'all ain't got 2 first-round picks each of the next 2 years.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. And I don't want this to happen because that means we don't win. But if Michael Parsons won the Super Bowl this year, how salty would y'all feel as Dallas?
I'm going to be salty, but not at Mike. I'm going to be salty at Jerry, and I'm going to laugh. I'm going to say, look at it. 2 years in a row, 2 dumbass NFC East owners traded their best players, and they went back and won a Super Bowl.
That'd be crazy. That's why they wouldn't trade us.
I was hoping. When I saw that that ticker come across the screen, I said, oh, Michael Parsons got traded. I didn't see it say Packers at first, so I opened it up. I said, damn, they traded to the Packers. I knew
they would trade. If Jerry would trade him to us, he would never live it down. There was no possible way.
If Jerry traded him to y'all, the media would have had a field day. He couldn't have paid nobody not to say nothing bad about him because everybody would have said that was an emotional trade, that you were mad Mike and his agent were able to control the narrative. That's my take on this whole situation. Jerry, from Jerry's angle, he didn't like that Mike and his agent were able to take the narrative out of his hand. And Jerry don't like that.
Yeah, exactly. Jay, what's your predictions for the Eagles real quick?
What, season or the game?
3-14.
Well, you put the game and then the season.
Of course I predict we're gonna win. I'm seeing a game gonna be a little sloppy. First game's always sloppy. So I'm saying like 24-21 first game. For the season, you said 3-14. Are you kidding me? So I'm gonna say 12-4.
That ain't a bad record. I'm gonna say my prediction is either we make the playoffs or our ass better not win more than 5 games this year. And Green Bay, if y'all don't make the playoffs, y'all better not win more than 3 games this year because we got y'all drafted.
Green Bay definitely go to the playoffs. That's a lot of people's Super Bowl picks. So I don't know. I don't see them missing the playoffs unless imagine injuries.
Jordan Love, baby. Don't say Jordan Love. You might miss your cleats the first game of the year, so you won't be playing.
Jay, you missing the game. You said 12-4?
Yeah, 12-4. 17 games. What are you talking about? That's 16 games. 17 games. What game I missed? It's a bye.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. I'm tripping. I'm not thinking about the bye. All right, listen, all right, I give myself one. That was my bad. First of all, Thursday night is going to be, and not just because I'm a fan, Smitty, not because I'm a fan, being realistic. Y'all don't have nobody to really stop the run.
You got Kenny Clark.
Man, come on.
What about Overlord? He hurt too, so you want to throw him in there.
I'm not even saying AJ Brown's. Saquon Barkley's gonna go crazy on y'all. I'm gonna say AJ Dillon's gonna have a crazy game too.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
I'll go more Will Shipley than AJ Dillon.
Well, listen, AJ Dillon is that power back. You know what I'm saying? So I with y'all not having a good defense, I think the run game for us is gonna be even more crazier. You know what I mean? But I predict the game to be like a 31-17 type game.
Oh, you predict a blowout.
Yeah.
I predict the 20. I predict it's a 1-point win. I can't predict the score, but I think we win by 1 off a field goal.
Dang. Yeah, I said 24-21. I think it'll be close. The first game is always close.
Yeah, the first game gonna be sloppy because not many of the starters on both sides played a whole bunch. Then even the ones that did, they got a whole week off.
As far the way they play now, the first 4 games of the season like preseason to me. So you don't really know what your team is until week 5.
Yeah, it may be true, but just with my next 2 games is gonna be hard. The Chiefs and the who after the Chiefs?
So y'all gonna lose that.
No, we ain't losing.
Chiefs on a revenge tour. Y'all gonna lose that.
What that mean us?
We ain't worried about that.
Yeah, he gotta be suspended. He's suspended the first 6-7 games.
I got the first. I got the record to be. I'm gonna go. I can go 12-5. 11 is. Yeah, I can go 12-5. I mean 12-4.
It's hard to predict mine right now, man, because that whole I had our record. I forgot what BG and Mia did, but that changed up completely with the whole Micah thing. So it's
I had to. Y'all, you had to put more losses on there than wins.
Well, it makes sense. Y'all already can't stop the run, and your best pass rusher, you have 2 best pass rushers, is both gone. So how y'all gonna stop the pass? So it makes sense.
That's why when you kept saying, Jamar, you was about to say, why does Dak have to do? Because now Dak has to do what Joe Burrow did do. We're going to find out what Dak is made of now, because you strictly are responsible for us winning and losing games now, Dak Prescott.
No, I was only talking about against the Eagles. I wasn't talking about the rest.
Oh, I thought you was talking about the whole.
I didn't say win. I don't know about losing because the defense will lose it for him if he play good.
No, the defense will lose it for him, but like I said, Jamar, y'all asked me about Joe Burrow. I said, Joe Burrows, you could go look at the film, the games, just go before the season start Thursday and go back and watch last year. Shit, you could watch the preseason game against Washington. They showed it. Freaking Joe Burrows, how many times he won the games for them or put them into position to win, and they defense lost it right back for them. Dak Prescott got this. If we only win 9 games this year, right? But the 8 losses we got, I can't definitively say, Dak, you the reason we lost. I'm cool with that because I'm going to say, Dak, you worked with what you had and you and the offense did y'all damn job. But if I could go back and look and say, bro, we just lost freaking 10 games because of you, Dak, then it's back to how I feel about it. That's my point.
Especially when you're the highest paid player in the league, yeah.
Right. Like thank you. You brought that up, Jay. He wanted, him and his agent wanted to make sure he was the highest paid player in the league because they felt Jerry should have got it done earlier. Respectfully, Jerry should have. But at the end of the day, with being the highest paid player in the league, shit like this, what happened to Micah, is gonna keep happening because we gotta make room for your cap hit to take over our salary cap.
And then the disrespectful part is just calling him Michael.
I did call him Michael. My bad, Micah.
No, not you. You did call him Micah. Jerry Jones was calling him Micah.
Oh yeah, Jerry's petty, man. He's top.
Jerry was doing that on purpose. He knew what he was doing.
Jerry's top tier petty. He's Petty LaBelle.
All right, man. Smitty, shout out your page.
Yeah, if anybody that watched, shout out Jay. Shout out Jay. It was nice rapping with you today, homie.
No problem.
I appreciate you for bringing me on. I know we're gonna do this more as the season go on, so y'all gonna see me and Top Shelf Sports Talk. We're gonna address the elephant in the room. If anybody don't know, that's the name of my podcast, Addressing the Elephant in the Room. Let's talk about it. I do a lot of boxing content and I do a lot of football content. Now there's football season. Don't be surprised you see more football than boxing just because you know the time of the year it is. But that's what it is, man. If you ain't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you ain't subscribed to Top Shelf Sports Talk, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's free. It's painless and it's harmless and it's free.
Jay,
it ain't gonna cost you nothing but 2 seconds out your day.
Exactly. Shout you out, Jay. You just Jason Brown. Go follow him. My brother. He's an Eagles fan, big time Eagles fan, statistician. He always, always on here talking to stats, talking to numbers. He always knows he got a good idea of what he's talking about, but he just, I gotta bring him aboard a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Jamar just mad. Jamar just mad. You tell the truth about Jalen, Jay.
This guy.
I don't even know.
Delusional. I'm truthful. Even though I'm partial, I'm still truthful.
Listen, even though I'll say some shit to him, and we just talked about that. I think yesterday or the day before. I'll say some shit to him. He'll be like, "What? What are you talking about?" And then a couple days later, he'll see that it happened, and it's like, "Oh, okay, I see what you're saying." Just like, for instance, before I'm gonna keep this story short. just like last year or the year before, I kept telling him that the Eagles needed to establish an identity. I think it was last year. They needed to establish an identity. It was like after the first 2 games or something. What are you talking about? They always use the pass to set up the run and da. I said, Jay, that shit don't work no more. You got a good running back. You got a good offensive line. You got to run the ball, then set up the pass.
But what you don't understand is that was their identity. They had to switch it over, but that was their identity.
By the bye week, Lane Johnson, Jordan Mailata, all the offensive line went to Nick Sirianni and said, "We need to be a running team. We need to establish the run."
Definitely did that.
And then when it came out, I texted him. He said, "Well, I didn't say that. I was just saying, see, he don't want to give my props though."
Ain't no props. That was their identity. By the offensive lineman going to the coach, they switched the identity to a run first team. But it was a pass first team. So when they argued, they changed to a run first team instead of the pass. There's no difference. They just switched it.
That's what I said they needed to do. But all right, y'all, we gonna get up out of here. I appreciate y'all for being a part of it. Yo, if you haven't heard, I had a video up. If y'all can go ahead and support me trying to get my press passes with it. 76ers, I think Dell State might be done because they started their season already. But if you guys can go on Dell State and the 76ers page, just add Top Shelf Sports Talk. As many as people that can do it, it helps me out to get, try to get recognition, to get press passes, to be able to go back in the press conference rooms and interview players and try to get some good content for y'all. So if y'all could do that, I appreciate it. But I appreciate y'all for being a part of the show, the first show of the season. Jay, we'll be doing this every other week when you off for work. Smitty, we're gonna get you back in when especially when we whip up on the Cowboys. We could do a show after that.
We could do a show next week and recap the game and to talk about recap that game and Friday's game, and then do the Sunday's games before the Sunday's game start.
You got any Cowboy support that you want to bring up so that you won't feel jumped?
Carl's brother Keith is somebody I want to bring on because Keith be making some points.
All right.
I'm gonna hit him up.
The more the merrier.
I'm tired of getting jumped. I got both of y'all in the comments. He just want to troll me. So I'm gonna get some help. Don't worry. I'm gonna take care of you.
All right, man. Listen, I appreciate y'all for being a part of this, man. Tune in next week. And Jay, man, you're gonna get together and do a recorded show sometime this week and try to put that out. But appreciate y'all, man, for support, and see y'all a little bit later.
Good talk.
Flyers, Phillies, let's talk about them. Sixers, Eagles, let's talk about them. What the Union doing? Pull up with the crew and have a drink or two and let's talk about them. This a PHI bar. Bruce Willis, we die hard. I know you feel us, cause Philly fans is the best sports fans by far. No cheating here, we gon' keep it fair. You don't like my set, somebody help them. This the key, if we can disagree without disrespecting, everybody welcome. So what we talking about? Practice? What we talking about? Let's unpack this. Top Shelf, Sports Talk, lights, cameras, we active.